From adventurous quests to battle arenas to unique weapons, there are still a lot of features that we never got to experience. So today, I will be listing 5 more cut content in Fallout 4. Let's get into it. Starting off with number 5, we have the Cryolator pistol and theoretically more Cryolator weapons in general. Now, of course, we do have just the Cryolator, but in demos shown before the game was released, there was a Cryolator pistol that could have been seen in the weapons list of one of the characters. Then in addition to this, there was gameplay of a synth shooting your character with, that same light blue, frosty kind of texture. So what this implies is that Bethesda was going to have cryo effects for a variety of different weapons, not just one gun, and I would have loved that. Personally, the Cryolator is just a bit bulky for my taste, but I would have loved like a pistol that shoots ice crystals, or a sniper that does the same thing. And then even going beyond guns, how cool would it have been to have a knife that glows with freezing mist, and then, slows down your enemies whenever you hit them, sort of letting you dance around them so you can really prioritize who to take out first. Number 4, we have the cut quest Off the Grid, and apparently this was supposed to come just before the nuclear option. Now, from what's been speculated, this would have involved Diamond City losing all power, and given its placement just before the end of the main storyline, and then, your heavy involvement with one of the 3 factions, it seems likely that how you deal with getting the power restored would have been, tailored depending on who you were friendly with and not friendly with. And of course, there's a lot of room for your own speculation there, but just what I like most about this is simply the concept of the quest. It seems like Diamond City it always remains untouched by the outside world. Even the Mayor McDonough's secret doesn't really end up being much of a threat. But in this case, the entire city losing its power, its amenities, that really would have put the people there at serious risk. And then, of course, it helps the player feel that, that sense of danger even in the most fortified areas. Number 3, we have the Combat Zone. Now, of course, this area still is in the game, but it was meant for so much more. See, originally it was going to be a battle arena that you could take place in, so kind of like the arena back in Oblivion, where you would have multiple rounds going up against other combatants for some kind of reward. And in this case, you would have taken a lift up from the basement up to the arena, hopefully won your fight, and then collected prize money from Tommy. And then as you progressed, the rewards probably would have gotten better and better. Now, in addition to this, there was also a male raider called Patches at this location, and he was going to be a weapons merchant. So it really does imply that before Nuka World ever comes out, you would have been able to interact with and then probably earn the respect of certain raiders, probably by becoming the champion of the Combat Zone. Number 2, we have the cut side quest 20 Leagues Under the Sea, and given the icon for the quest, it's very likely that this would have been some kind of underwater exploration. And just considering just how much of the map is submerged in water, this really could have been a very interesting idea. Now, its name is based after the novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and this is where an expedition goes out in search of a mysterious sea monster. And if you go back to the quest icon, you can, see that kind of beast in the upper left. So it's possible that this would have been about tracking down some kind of elusive sea creature, and I bet that would have been really well received by fans. However, that said, if you go back to the novel, the big sea monster that they're looking for, it turns out to be a highly advanced submarine, and that very premise is very similar to what happens when you discover the Yangtze submarine owned by Captain Zhao, so it is also likely that this idea was just scrapped and then replaced with the quest, Here There Be Monsters. And number 1, we have the alternative ending to the Brotherhood of Steel storyline. 3, 2, 1. Are you happy? Alright, instead of Danse being exiled or even worse, killed, you would have had the option to challenge Maxon's authority. So several audio files from Danse have been released confirming this, but just one of them says this: "If you're referring to Maxon, you're right. He's still going to be a problem. But I might have a way out." So it looks like Danse does try to come up with some way of establishing peace, but either Maxon agrees to step down or forces you to kill him, because no matter what happens, this alternative ending would have given you, the player, the choice of becoming the new elder of the Brotherhood. And then as far as Danse still being a synth, he would have been okay with continuing to kill other synths for the sake of destroying the Institute as a whole. And there you have it, 5 more cut content in Fallout 4. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and down below please tell me, are there any other features that you still think should be on this list? Alright, thank you very much for watching, and now I think I'm going to go pay someone a visit. I know you might be upset about what we've missed out on, but there's someone else who really is feeling it a lot worse.